Hello everybody, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Ecto-1 21108 Ghostbusters set. Now obviously this is in celebration of the new Ghostbuster Afterlife movie that's coming out on my birthday, so it's almost perfect. Now, I love the Ghostbusters, and I do love this set. This set is about 7 years old, so I remember seeing this when I was a kid, and was just like, okay, I have to get this. I mean, it's the Ghostbusters. I mean, we got Lego Star Wars, we got Lego Batman, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Harry Potter, Lego Lord of the Rings. But I remember when I was younger, there weren't any Ghostbuster sets. You had to, like, make your own Ghostbusters by using, like, Lego Star Wars Hoth outfits to make the uniforms and stuff. So when we got this, and this was a fan idea, when we got this, I was so happy, and the Ecto-1 looks beautiful, the minifigures look beautiful. I will talk about some of the extra things that I've added over the years, like Egon's PK meter over there. That's definitely not part of the set. So, let's go start off with the Ecto-1. And here we are with the Ecto-1, and it just looks as beautiful as it did 7 years ago. I mean, got some minor dusting over here. I'll tell you this Ecto-1 was very well played with when this came out. I mean, I was in middle school-ish, early high school years when I got this, and my gosh, I just turned into a kid. Back right there, because I never had any Ghostbuster toys. I'm part of the newer generation, you know. I didn't own any of the Ghostbuster toys. I certainly wasn't alive when the movies came out, but I remember playing the video game on the PS3, and that's what got me into the movie series. And yeah, so here is the Ecto-1, and this is really my first LEGO review, so I don't really know where to start. But here is the side profile, and it rolls. It still rolls great. I mean, why wouldn't it? It is a LEGO set. Although I have had LEGO cars that just, the tires are like really stiff. But luckily, that is not the case for the Ecto-1. So as you can see here, beautiful detailing. You got like these silver studs as the... Do we call that the rims? I don't know if we call that the rims. I'm not really a car person. I do know that this was a funeral car when Ray bought it. So there's that. It's got the Ghostbusters logo, obviously. What I like is like the red trim that they added over here. It's a really clever build. The thing is, it's been so long that I don't really remember the tricks and that Lego did to make this car, you know, the shape that it is. But over here we got some of the detailing on top that needs dusting for sure. And for some of this detailing, I did add a few stuff. I don't know what. Like, I don't think this white lever thing is supposed to be here. But yeah. So that's nice. It's got it's like a bunch of lights that is on top of the Ecto-1. Let's go look at it from this side. Here you got the little ladder thing, and we got the antenna, which I had displayed wrong at the beginning of the video, because usually the Ecto-1's thing is like, antenna is like built, like it's curved around and folded down. So yeah, I don't know what these are supposed to be, and it's kind of drooping. Like I said, the set is kind of 7 years old. I didn't really put it back in the box. I kind of kept it on my shelf. I dusted it for like maybe 2 years and then kind of stopped. So it's showing its age, but you know what? I still love it. Anyways, so, and then here is the front profile. You got the headlights. I really like that license plate, Ecto-1 New York. I kind of wish they added the Statue of Liberty here. That would have been a nice touch. You know, because you can recreate that moment in Ghostbusters 2. And, you know, if you've seen the movie, you've seen the movie. You got some little windshield wipers here. That's also neat. And then here's the back. Again, looks really nice from the back. It's got that old retro vibe right there. That needs dusting for sure. And let's go take a look on the interior of the car. So what you gotta do is gotta remove this pipe thing, and you basically just have to lift this, and hopefully I don't snap anything. Yep, okay. So that, you just put that off to your side, and then you can put your Ghostbusters in here. Now, as you can see, there's not a lot of space, like at all, on the interior. This is definitely a car that was meant to be looked out from the outside. Not really on the inside. That piece just fell out, but that's okay. That's not really part. That was an extra parts. Extra parts I just slapped on the Ecto-1. But yeah, this is really just a play feature for the kids. You know, if they want to put Peter or Winston or Egon or Ray in it. And I don't really display it with the Ghostbusters inside, mostly because why would I want to hide the beauty of the minifigures? But yeah, here we go. So I remember you got a little computer thing right here. Got your steering wheel, even though the steering wheel should not be in the center because that's not how cars work. And you got some storage for your Proton Packs. Again, it sort of works. You can, you know, if you kind of squint your eyes, you can see what they were going for. But what I do remember about building this was that these window things were the biggest pain in my butt. All right, I don't know what this is not even age. When I got this set, for some reason, these gray claw pieces right here, it just would not latch on to the window section, and you know, the studs kept flying all about, the red studs over here, and oh, it was just a mess to deal with. But I got them undone, and then I'm never really touching that part again because I don't want it to fall off. Yeah, so that's about it for the Ecto-1. I do know that the original fan who proposed this idea definitely has pictures of his version. Now, I haven't seen that in a while, so I can't really compare it, but if you really want to compare it, please feel free to look that up. And yeah, let's go just pop back the hood right here. Hood. I mean the roof. And then all you gotta do is just slide this purple thing under this rail piece right here. So yeah. Now let's go move on to the Ghostbusters. And here we are with the 4 minifigures. The original 4 Ghostbusters, though I kind of wish we had Rick Moranis' character, Louis Tully, in here. I would have liked that. Anyhow, so here we are. Like I said, this has aged quite a bit because there's some dust on the Proton Packs over here. And some of the character limbs here have been kind of cracking, which is kind of sad, but they still work. So yeah, let's go start off with Ray over here. So Ray is actually my favorite Ghostbuster. Why? I don't know. I just think he's kind of funny. I find Dan Aykroyd kind of funny in that movie. And I loved him in the video game because he was like the partner for the cadet. So here I have him displayed with the walkie-talkie, the little radio thing. The set actually came with 2 radios. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to use both of them or one was just an extra piece, but yeah, so yeah, you've got your standard walkie-talkie if you own Lego sets. So, let's go move that to the side. And here we got Ray. Look at him. He's so cute. Now, does it really look like Dan Aykroyd? Not really. Does the hair look like Dan Aykroyd's? Not really. I would say this, out of the 4 minifigures, this is probably the least accurate. I mean, it looks like a Ghostbuster, but I wouldn't be able to tell it's Ray if it were not for his initials right there. But yeah, so as you can see, nice detail on the torso. No leg printing, unfortunately. I'm not sure if I'm not a really big Lego collector, but I'm not sure if leg and arm printing were a big thing 7 years ago. Maybe they were. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so here we got the Proton Pack. Now, the Proton Pack's an interesting build. From the front, it looks pretty cool. From the back, it's missing a few details. Like mostly like these two spaces right here is kind of bland, but pretty good. From the side, oh god, not really. It doesn't look good at all on the back. However, it is nice that it was an actual build and not just some brick they slapped onto the back of the Ghostbusters. And I understand why they made it like the way it was. Anyway, so yeah, basically for the Proton Pack, you just got this one piece right here, which is a little disappointing. I kind of wanted to add more detail, especially on these two open spaces, because it just looks bland from the back, doesn't it? Anyway, so it's nice printing. You got the 4 red dots from the thing, the proton stream, I guess. And then they use like Catwoman's whip for the little hose to connect that. So basically you just unclip that, and then you want Ray to blast some ghosts, go have Ray blast some ghosts right here. And then yeah, you kind of just have to like, you know, that kind of thing. That's my best proton stream sound effect. So yeah, you gotta use your imagination, kids. So, but I don't really, like I said, I don't really display any of the characters with holding their proton wand because, meh. So, I'm just only gonna do this once. Oh, I killed Ray. Yes, I know. But I'm gonna take off the Proton Pack here. If it will come off, thank you. And this is what Ray looks like without the Proton Pack. And basically it's the same for the rest of the Ghostbusters. The only difference is that the initials are different, which is a really small and nice detail that I appreciate. And then right here on the back, you got, you know, Ray, got the Ghostbuster symbol. Yeah, so nice stuff. And obviously for the rest of the Ghostbusters, it's going to be different. So let's go put that Proton Pack right back on Ray. Sorry, Ray, decapitated you twice. I know, you're my favorite. Although, I've been rewatching the movies again, and I'm honestly starting to think that Egon might be my favorite, or my new favorite. And judging by the Afterlife trailers, I'm pretty sure Egon's going to have a bigger role, despite Harold Ramis, unfortunately, no longer being with us out of the original 4. So, yeah. And moving on to Peter Venkman, everyone's favorite. Oh, I'm not sure if that's everyone's favorite, but my family loves Peter Venkman, probably just because he's like that Han Solo type. You know, he's a smooth talker, or he thinks he's a smooth talker. But yeah, there's Peter. Does it look like Bill Murray? Kind of. I know that I've seen pictures of a new hairpiece for Venkman in other Ghostbusters sets, but this is the only one I ever got as a kid. So this was, yeah, it was pretty serviceable. I mean, it's basically the Joker hairpiece, but who really cares? So yeah, you got Peter Venkman over here. Like I said, they're all wearing the same uniform, so nothing really too fancy here. And let's go take a look at Egon. Like I said, probably my new favorite. So, quick little thing to say here. This PKE meter is, if you're a Ghostbusters fan, you know that this is reminiscent of the PKE meter from the real Ghostbusters cartoon. I love that show. And I'm so glad that the channel on YouTube is actually like posting episodes on them. So, yeah. You got the PKE meter. This is not really part of the set. If you want to know how to build, I'm pretty sure there was this video tutorial I saw when I was younger that, you know, taught me how to build this. But yeah, this doesn't belong here. So here is Egon. I like this. I like this. Does he look like Harry Potter? Yeah, a little bit. But I like this. Egon's the only one that came with a new hairpiece, I believe. I don't remember ever seeing this hairpiece used on anyone else before him. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that is a nice hairpiece for Egon, and that certainly does look like his hair. I remember he had that like really tall hair, like that was totally fit within his character. He's kind of like that Einstein. He's got no emotion. He's funny because he's got no emotion, but he's also a smart person. Kind of like the opposite of Ray. Ray is the smart as well, but he's overly enthusiastic about everything. But Egon's kind of just, well, he's Egon. He's kind of dead inside. So, but yeah, rest in peace, Harold Ramis. Oh my gosh, I miss you a lot. And I'm sure a lot of the Ghostbusters fans do. So, yeah. And next up, the final member of the Ghostbusters team. Gotta take off that little dust right there. Ugh. Winston's Evermore. And Winston, I think, is probably the most underrated of the Ghostbusters. He always gets made fun of. And, you know, there was that joke in Stranger Things, like, no one wants to be Winston because he joined the team last. Winston doesn't care about this paranormal stuff. He's just here for the paycheck at the end of the day. I mean, you could say so is Venkman, but Winston came in as the recruit in the first movie. Here, they actually gave him the ghost trap in the set. It's kind of a simple build, not the most impressive. I honestly would have preferred a build that actually like opens up the canopy thing, but you know, it's just for show, so I'm not here like playing with. I can use my imagination. So yeah, so move that aside, and yeah, here is Winston. Honestly, this looks like Lando's face. I could be wrong, but this honestly looks like a Lando face that they used before. But it's serviceable enough, I guess. I mean, it serves just as well as the other guys. I mean, look at Ray. I mean, tell me if that looks like Dan Aykroyd. So, yeah, it's whatever. You just know who these characters are supposed to be. It doesn't really matter. It's Lego. So, yeah. Got that little 360 shot over here. Still the same as everyone else. So, yeah. Winston also starting to become one of my favorites, like, as the more I rewatch this movie. And I was replaying through the video game remastered on the PS4, and I just noticed how underutilized Winston was. Like, we don't get to team up with Winston all that much, which sucks, because Ernie Hudson is probably the only one out of the originals that actually enjoys being a Ghostbuster. He goes to Comic Cons and all these conventions dressed up as Winston. I mean, you're certainly not getting that from Bill Murray. So, yeah, I hope that in the Afterlife movie, if the originals are coming back, with the exception of Egon, obviously, that we give Winston more spotlight. This guy's underrated. Anyways, so here, that was the review. Not really a review, it's more of just like a throwback thing for me, honestly. And this is just for a celebration for the new Ghostbusters movie that's coming out, which I thought would never happen. A sequel to the original movies. And you know, I have high hopes. I expected it to be funny. I just wanted to at least be funny and just to see these guys again in some form. I do have a sneaking suspicion that Egon, even though he's going to be off screen, is going to play a major role. And I think that's a really good send-off for Harold Ramis' character. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys would like to see me play a walkthrough of the Ghostbusters, the video game on PS4, please let me know down in the comments. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more of these retro toys that I have. I know I got a lot of Lego Batman stuff, a lot of Transformer figures, which I'm looking forward to reviewing. So that'll be all for today, guys. I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night, depending on when you're watching this. Goodbye.